Hello, this is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com, bringing you a deck tech of my Colossal Rattlewurm mono greenish deck. I call it mono greenish obviously because I'm splashing for black for a little bit of removal and Thoughtseize. I'll talk about that more in a little bit. Colossal Rattlewurm is the last card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction that I really wanted to play or build around, and I'm looking to use it in a green stompy shell. Essentially, we're not going all in on the desert plan. You see we have a hash up oasis here, but I don't think we need to flash in Colossal Rattlewurm to get the most value out of it. I mean, it's 4 mana for a 6/5 with trample. That's a lot. I mean, the flash does give us like pseudo haste, but I think it's just a really big beater that if it's in a deck full of other really big beaters, our goal is to basically run our opponent out of resources in their quest to answer all of our big beaters, and eventually one or two will stick and we will kill them dead. You see we're heavy on the green pips. We could go with Nykthos, but man, I don't know. I just not sure we have enough. In Modern, such a fast format, I'm not sure how much value we'd get out of Nykthos, and it could slow us down as far as our double green on turn 2, triple green on turn 3. So that's why I've not gone with the Nykthos. Otherwise, we have Hex Drinker, one of my favorite mono green cards for Modern Horizons 1. I talk a lot about it during the gameplay. I think for a card like this to be viable in today's Modern, it needs to we need to be able to level it up at instant speed. Still, it's a great card, especially if we draw it late with a lot of mana and we're having a chance to just level it up almost all the way to the top before our opponent can deal with it. It can win a game on its own. So it can put pressure on in the early games. It can be a finisher in the late game. Utopia Sprawl for a little bit of ramp. Werewolf Pack Leader could be a Tarmogoyf, but I wanted to try something different. It's a 3/3 for 2, so that's our first ahead of curve beater. Steel Leaf Champion, Pseudo Evasion, 5/4 for 3 mana is amazing. Kiora, one of my all-time favorite cards, draws us into what we need after we, for each 4 mana casting cost creature that follows it, or power 4 or greater. Grook's Uprising, similar. Creatures with power 4 or greater draw us a card, and that gives all of our beaters trample. Questing Beast, obviously one of my favorite cards. And Goldvein Hydra, also from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, really powerful card that if our opponent kills it without exiling it, just lets us play even more beaters on the next turn. Sideboard plan is pretty straightforward. Some Graveyard Hate and Endurance, Veil of Summer to protect against the scam decks, Assassin's Trophy for things like Tron and whatever else ails us, Force of Vigor for Hammer Time and other in Affinity, and then Thoughtseize against unfair combo decks. I call this mono greenish, obviously because I'm splashing black, like I said. I think mono green, from my experience, both in playing standard with mono green a long time ago. I write about this in my article, by the way, that goes along with this gameplay on CyclesGaming.com. You can read all about it there. It just needs some interaction. It needs some way to play against the unfair decks or to deal with problematic threats other than just racing them or hoping to beat face, especially in today's Modern. So I think Fatal Push, Abrupt Decay gives us some of that interaction in the early game, basically against Ragavans and things like that. And I think, as you see, I've already played the various matches with this deck. And FYI, this is all before Modern Horizons 3 was released. So there are no Modern Horizon 3 cards in here, but I was on vacation, so I made these videos before I left, and I'm going to post it today. It's just kind of like a bonus extra article because I've been meaning to show off the Colossal Rattlewurm. So anyway, you'll see how some games having access to Fatal Push and Abrupt Decay kept us in the game and won us the game. Thoughtseize helps us against the unfair decks, like I said. So having a little bit of access to black makes a mono green stompy deck more viable, I think. So yeah, that's it. Colossal Rattlewurm. And there is a lot of different directions we can go with this deck. We can try to go all in on the desert plan, as one of my opponents did, that I played against probably a month ago at this point. But we're going to just try the mono green stompy route. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the gameplay. Let me know in the comments what you think, how you changed the deck. Is it a viable strategy? Will we make that magical 3/2 that that's the bar for here at CyclesGaming.com? I guess we'll find out. But thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one. This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky with Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my website, cyclesgaming.com, for original Magic the Gathering content. You can read about my Commander decks or my Janky Modern brews. My latest article is about the Zombie Precon and its effect on Commander. I give you a couple different deck lists. If you're interested in a science fiction / fantasy novel, be sure to check out my book, The Podkind. I'm publishing it serially, a couple chapters every month. Again, thanks for watching. Check me out on YouTube, Johnny Cycles. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.